Hello everyone, Lady De Winter here today, and I wanted to talk to you about a serious problem I'm having. I am completely burnt out. Yes, I am suffering from crochet burnout. Now, I have done a few things to help me with that, which has now, again, inspired my crocheting again. I'm looking forward to starting on a couple of projects. But how did I get to this point? Well, I took some advice off of another YouTuber, and I swear I cannot remember her name. My memory is just not what it used to be. So anyway, she suggested that you sit down and actually plan out using your yarn what you may be able to make. Now there's some things I wanted to make really, really badly. So I wrote them down. I created a project section in my planner. Okay, now what I did was on a page in my planner, I listed the projects I would like to make. And in doing this, I helped myself to realize that I'm not as burnt out as I thought. So then the next step I went through my yarn stash and I set up project bags, which you will see a picture on here someplace of the setup for my project bags. Each of those project bags correspond with a project on this page for summer and spring. I have also set up a Christmas Cardi project and, what other one? Oh yeah, the winter throw, a winter throw. What I did was I took masking tape and put them on the bin that the yarns were in. That's simple. I wrote with a pen on masking tape and put it on the bin that the yarn that I want to use for that project is in. Now that has inspired me to crochet. I'm looking forward to getting started on a couple of these projects now. Hence, no burnout. So, I highly recommend that if you are feeling burnt out on your crochet, that first of all, watch a couple of YouTubers who are talking about burnout. There's a bunch of videos on it. Number two, plan out some projects with what yarn you currently have or what yarn you might want to buy. There's nothing wrong with purchasing yarn if you have a project in mind for specific yarn. I happen to have probably a few $1,000s in yarn back in my room. So I am trying to use that up before I buy any other yarn because, to be honest with you guys, I'm out of room. I have nowhere else to store yarn. I've got yarn in my shed. I have yarn in my bedroom. I have yarn in my bedroom stacked almost to the ceiling in bins. So I am going to try to use up some of that yarn for some of these projects. Now I have more projects in mind. I just haven't written them down yet. But I will. I will do that. That is something I am planning on doing here in the next day. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. So anyway, burnout is real. When you have crocheted as much as I did, and for January, I actually made 3 winter blankets. I started them in December, but it took me until February to finish all 3 of them. On top of the dish mats, the hot pads, and the pet mat, I burnt myself completely and totally out. Because from the late November all the way through to the beginning of March, I crocheted 10 to 12 hours a day until my hands hurt so that I would have videos for you guys on YouTube. I can't do that anymore. I'm injuring myself. And I love you guys to pieces, but I can't do that anymore. So I'm going to start planning things out and slowing down. So you might see more progress reports than you see actual finished objects for a while. And then when I finish the object, I'll do a reveal. Simple, easy, much better for my hands and health. So, until next time, guys, burnout is real, but it can be dealt with. You just have to figure out a way around it. Until next time, this Lady DeWinter reminding you you're never too old to do anything you put your mind to doing. You just have to figure out a way around it. Bye-bye for now.